This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. So this call is really mainly going to be about Availity and the sign up process. If you have decided to sign up with Gateway TriZetto, that interface is already set up in our system. There's really no technical setup left to do other than for you to go through the EDI enrollment process. At that point, Gateway will issue you SFTP credentials, which we will need. And then once we set that up in the system, you should be up and running and ready to go as far as Gateway and TriZetto is concerned. If you're a client that has not made up their mind on whether you're going to go with TriZetto or Availity, please do as soon as you can. There is at least a 45 to 60 day period where the EDI enrollments could take that long. And I'm going to go over that process here in a little bit too. So it might not take the full 45 to 60 days, but given the fact that Blue Cross is pretty much a hard cutoff date of August 1st, it's better safe than sorry. If you have any questions about signing that up, please don't hesitate to contact us. So let's just assume that you're going to go with Availity. Once you do, let us know. I will send your contact information over to Availity, at which point Availity will contact you to discuss the contract and what plan that you're going to go with. Once you do all that, sign the contracts, you will be then handed off to the implementation team. The implementation team will do a kickoff or schedule a kickoff call with you. During that kickoff call, they will go over the process just a little bit more in detail. They will issue you username and password for the Availity Essentials Pro website. There is a little confusion out there about between Availity Essentials and Essentials Pro. They are entirely two different products. Essentials, we cannot do the integration with the Availity Essentials product. So the product that you will be signing a contract for is Availity Essentials Pro. That is the one that we will integrate into eMedical Notes, and that is completely different from Availity Essentials, which you're more than likely using right now to do insurance verification. Completely separate products. Once you sign up for Essentials Pro and during the kickoff call, shortly thereafter, you should get assigned SFTP credentials. We will need those to set that up into the system, and that's how we'll be able to send your batch claims and receive your remittance back through. So it's very important that they issue those credentials to you. If you haven't received them within the week after the call or after the kickoff call, then please let me know and I'll reach out to them and find out what is going on with that. All right, after the kickoff call, or during the kickoff call, they will explain to you that how to do the EDI enrollments. What makes it a little bit nicer is on the Essentials Pro website, there is a place that you can go to manage all of your EDI enrollments, which makes it nice because you'll be able to see where in the process that EDI enrollment is, whether they accepted your paperwork, whether there's any issues with that paperwork. I do need to mention that Availity will not do the EDI enrollments for you. They will help guide you on where you can get started and where you can find the paperwork and how to submit all that yourself, but they will not do it for you. That it will be up to each individual person responsible at the practice to go through the paperwork and to file it and to keep up with it and make sure that everything goes smoothly. During the kickoff call, Availity will set up a technical contact for each practice. The technical contact will be, let me back up a little bit. Availity does things a little bit differently than Blue Cross EDI. The technical contact is going to be responsible for receiving any emails that contain error messages about the claim batch files. So when you submit a claim batch in eMedical Notes to Availity, we'll get a 99 back acknowledgement file. Availity only sends a 999 stating that they received it. They will not send one back if there's an error with the batch claim. If there is an error with the batch claim, Availity will email the technical contact for the practice, letting them know that there is a problem with that batch, at which point you'll have to log into the Availity's Essential Pro website to look at the error message and to find out why they're rejecting the batch. With that said, if there's no problems with the batch and they send it off to the payers and so on and so forth, Availity will send back error response files, the 277 files, back into eMedical Notes. So just to be clear, the 999s, they don't send any error messages back to eMedical Notes. They will email you if there's a problem with the batch submission. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's clarified. If not, then please reach out to us and we can go over that. Now, this is a limitation with Availity. Availity did mention that they are working on enhancing the 999 acknowledgement files and to be able to send us back the errors that way, just like Blue Cross EDI did, but there's no telling when that'll happen. So in the meantime, it is very important to set up a technical contact for each practice. And from what I understand, you can set up multiple people to be technical contacts for each practice. On the Availity's Essential Pro website, there is a place you can go and manage those contacts. During the kickoff call, they should have explained that to you, where you can go to manage those contacts. I know that's a lot of information to take in. I really don't have much of anything else to go over. That's pretty much the process. After the kickoff call, they'll set up the SFTP credentials. You'll do the EDI enrollments. Once you're done with the EDI enrollments, that's pretty much it. You're off to the races. We should be finished with testing with Availity. The integration should be done hopefully by the end of next week. It is up and running now. We're just kind of fine tuning and just making sure everything that comes in correctly, and you'll be able to auto post and just little things here and there. But overall, it is running smooth and we should be good to go after that. If anyone has any questions, I'm open to them.
Tiffany was very helpful that if you get stuck on the EDI enrollment, that just give her a call and they would help. But she said some of this stuff might go back to you, Isa, because you're the technical component in it. Did I understand that right from her?
Well, there was a little confusion on the technical contact stuff that I ironed out with Tiffany after your kickoff call. So if there's any issue with that, they're going to actually email you and not me. Because she did ask me yesterday if I'm going to be the default technical contact for all our clients. And I thought she meant that if there is a problem generating the claim batch files in our system or trying to send it to Availity, then yes, I would be technical support for that. But that's not what she was referring to. She was referring to what I just discussed. If you send the batch claim file and that there's a problem with that and there's error messages, who do they contact? That's the person they need to contact at the practice, not me. Does
Okay,
that,
that makes sense.
does
Yep,
that
that
make
makes
sense?
sense.
Yep, Tiffany's been pretty good to deal with. She will be the person that will do the implementation or help guide you through the implementation process. So she's been really good to work with so far. Any other questions or concerns?
Did Shannon only put your top 10 in for your EDI enrollment?
Shannon?
In the beginning, that's what she did in the kickoff. But when you go to your Essentials Pro, you can pick as many insurance as you want. You have to go through that manually and pick them all yourself. So that's when the initial kickoff, she put the top 10 in there.
So she explained it to me that if to only put them in the EDI enrollment are the ones that you want to be able to electronically post into eMedical. Is that how you understood it?
It depends on the insurance. Some of the insurances you have to register for 837s, and most of them you just have to register for 835s. But if you have to register for 837s, you'll have to do that.
Okay.
This reminds me, the payer IDs, so Availity has their own payer IDs that are different from Blue Cross EDI's payer IDs. So on our end, we're going to, for each client, we're going to try to set up, well, we'll give the client a way to set up their own, the Availity's payer IDs and replace the Blue Cross ones. Unfortunately, because everybody has their insurance companies that are named differently, it's going to be tough to do any sort of auto matching. So it will be a manual process. We apologize for that. We've been racking our brain over here trying to figure out an automated way to do this. And unfortunately, it's just not possible at the time. So once we roll this out, I will go over how to input Availity's payer IDs into the system. We will at least display their payer IDs for you so you have like a cheat sheet of what they are. So you're not scrambling and searching for them all over the place, but it will be up to you to actually implement those into the EMR. And for that, we apologize, but there really is not a better way to ensure accuracy. If we try to do an auto way, it might not be accurate and it'll really screw up our clients, and we want to avoid that. Okay, any questions or other concerns? Or Jill or Shannon, if you have anything you want to contribute?
I don't at this minute, but I bet when I start to do the EDI enrollment, I might have some. So will it be okay if I call Shannon or Joe or you, Isa?
Of course.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, thanks. Okay, that's that. All right, thanks for joining, everybody. And we'll keep everyone updated on how the process goes. And I'll definitely let everybody know once the integration with Availity is fully complete. Thank you.
Perfect.